For many years, Yao Lao and Xiaoyan had been struggling under the relentless pursuit of the Hall of Souls. Now, at long last, they finally caught a glimpse of dawn. Don't forget to subscribe. Your support brings us one step closer to hitting Dodi Realm. Continuing from the previous chapter, at the main hall of the Falling Star Pavilion, Yao Lao Huoyun, ancestor, the first elder of the Pill Tower, and the others were gathered together. Their expressions were somewhat gloomy, clearly in a foul mood. Recently, among the more than 300 major cities under the management of the Alliance, half had been attacked. On the surface, these assaults seemed to come from various forces, but in truth experts from the Hall of Souls had infiltrated them. Yao Lao swept his gaze across everyone and spoke slowly. The Pill Tower has also sent word. The ambushes are increasing and many alchemists have gone missing. In all our hearts, we know exactly who is behind this. The first elder of the Pill Tower asked from beside him, "Do you have a plan?" "Fight fire with fire. They attack our cities, so we will strike their branch halls." A cold light flashed in Yao Lao's eyes as he spoke in a deep voice. Hearing this, both the first elder of the Pill Tower and Huoyun ancestor were visibly startled. Although the Tianfu alliance possessed considerable strength, compared to the Hall of Souls, a gap still existed. For Yao Lao to propose taking the initiative, such a matter was something Central Plains had not seen for many years. The Hall of Souls is powerful, but most of their true experts remain at headquarters. The defenses of their branch halls are not without weaknesses. As long as we gather our forces, there is no reason we cannot deal with them. Yao Lao chuckled coldly. Haha, teacher is right. To give without receiving is bad manners. The Hall of Souls has gone too far. It's about time they felt some pressure from us. While everyone was deep in thought, a bright and familiar laugh suddenly echoed through the grand hall. Along with a gentle breeze, several figures appeared. It was Xiaoyan's group. Xiaoyan. Seeing his appearance, everyone was first stunned, then overjoyed. "You brat, you finally returned." "Huh, your aura." Huoyun ancestor scolded with a laugh, about to stand up, when he suddenly sensed something. His expression changed slightly as he stared at Xiaoyan in shock. Two-star Dosheng, the first elder of the Pill Tower, also stared at Xiaoyan. After a moment, he sighed with a bitter smile. "In just half a year, you jumped from early 1-star Daosheng to 2-star. This speed is truly shameful for us old men." Even Yao Lao appeared somewhat astonished. Clearly, he had not expected Xiaoyan to make such a massive leap within half a year. But very quickly, he stroked his beard happily, until his eyes shifted to Ziyan standing beside Xiaoyan. At that moment, his expression grew solemn. Although he was only a high-level semi-sage, his soul strength was extraordinary, and he could naturally sense the terrifying power within Ziyan. "And this young lady is—" Yao Lao stood up, showing proper respect as he cupped his fists toward Ziyan. Huoyun ancestor and the first elder of the Pill Tower also noticed Ziyan's extraordinary presence. Their gazes carried visible shock. Xiaoyan went out for a short trip and brought back such a powerful existence. Seeing Yao Lao being so formal, Ziyan also appeared slightly embarrassed. She had met Yao Lao before. Back then she had only been a young girl. "Teacher, this is Ziyan. You've met her before," Xiaoyan said with a smile. "But now she is the new Dragon Emperor of the ancient Void Dragon tribe. She's come this time to help me seize the purifying demonic lotus flame." The new Dragon Emperor of the ancient Void Dragon tribe. Hearing this, the hearts of Huoyun ancestor and the first elder of the Pill Tower trembled violently. Their eyes widened as they stared at Xiaoyan in disbelief. The title of Dragon Emperor had always been enveloped in mystery after all. The ancient Void Dragon tribe seldom showed themselves in the Central Plains. The status of a Dragon Emperor was equal to the clan heads of the Gu clan and Hun clan. Even experts like them had never seen the true form of one. So when they learned that Ziyan was that legendary Dragon Emperor, shock was written all over their faces. Yao Lao was momentarily stunned as well, then chuckled. To think Miss Ziyan possesses such a status. It seems this old man's eyes were truly lacking back then. Faced with Yao Lao's courteous attitude, Ziyan felt slightly uncomfortable. She knew Xiaoyan regarded Yao Lao as a father, and thus the majesty of a Dragon Emperor was not something she should display here. "Teacher doesn't need to be so formal," Ziyan said softly. "You can treat me just like the little girl from before." Understanding Ziyan's intention, Xiaoyan laughed and shifted the topic. "Since teacher has proposed the idea, you must have already chosen which branch hall to strike, correct?" Mentioning serious matters, Yao Lao's expression grew stern. He nodded. "We've spent the past period gathering everything we can about the Hall of Souls. We obtained quite a bit of intelligence. In the Central Plains, the Hall of Souls has many branch halls. Among them, 24 important ones are collectively called the Earth-Shattering Halls. The branch hall that once imprisoned me was one of these. Xiaoyan nodded slightly. This was something he had never heard before. Yao Lao continued slowly. Above the earth-shattering halls are the heavenly firmament halls, the true backbone of the Hall of Souls. They are divided into Heaven Hall, Earth Hall, and Human Hall. The Heaven Hall is headquarters. Its location remains unknown. The Human Hall is overseen by the Great Heavenly Venerable, and the Second Heavenly Venerable. Of course, the Hall of Souls has likely increased their defenses. The Three Heavenly Venerable has already died by my hands. The Second Heavenly Venerable, the Honorable Guyu Saint, is only a high-level semi-sage. And as for the Great Heavenly Venerable, if I meet him again, I won't be afraid. Xiaoyan smiled coldly. It seems the Human Hall is something we can take. The mission of destroying the Human Hall will be entrusted to you, Yao Lao said calmly. The Alliance needs its experts to stay behind and guard against retaliation from the Hall of Souls. So this time I hope Senior Huo Yun and the others can hold the line. I will go with you, Yao Lao added. The location of the Human Hall is extremely well hidden. Even with a map it is difficult to find. Xiaoyan hesitated for a moment, then nodded. With Ziyan, a 4-star Dosheng, beside him, there were few in the Central Plains who could threaten them. In that case, rest for 2 days. After 2 days, we depart for the Human Hall. Yao Lao stroked his beard, a decisive glint flashing in his eyes. For so many years he and Xiaoyan had struggled bitterly under the pursuit of the Hall of Souls. Now at last they had finally seen the light of dawn. Later, Xiaoyan looked over and saw little Xiao stepping across the air toward him, joy lighting her face. His heart warmed instantly as he rushed forward. Scooping the tiny figure into his arms, a deep warmth surged in his chest. Father, where is mother? Ha ha, once she finishes her cultivation, she'll come to visit little Xiao. As he held the girl tightly, Xiaoyan suddenly froze. The uncontrollable energy inside little Xiao's body had grown calm. It now responded faintly to her will, as though undergoing a mysterious transformation.